Hello, chat. I am on time. The thing on my computer, it says 10:45. I'm not early. I'm not late. I'm here when I'm supposed to be here. Hope you're all doing well. I am doing fine, I suppose. It kind of feels like my body hates me a little bit right now. I don't know why. But, I'm here for more Lonesome Road. I'm here for more Bear and Bull, Bear and Bull. I forget what the counter was at last time when I played this. So if anyone remembers, that'd be helpful. Hello there, Kritosis. How are you doing today? Like I said, I'm fine for the most part. There's just a few ways that feels like my body hates me right now, and that's, a little bit annoying. Hi, Kree. You excited for Lonesome Load? No. Kree is walking the most lonesome of roads. Canadian citizenship. I really don't want to get into politics, but, not too happy with the way things are going here in Canada right now. Because of our shit-ass government. May try drinking water rather than chocolate milk. How dare. Mods nugget this man. Cross the border illegally? Unfortunately, I'm like two and a bit months late for that, I think. No, almost 2 months late for that. Don't tempt me with a good time. Bruh. Do you know what... Do you know what it means? To be nuggeted? I hear Canada only has one road. Is it lonesome? Well, it can't really be lonesome if there's only one, because everyone has to travel that road. But, yeah, that's what South Park told me. There's only one road in Canada. I was muted. I thought I unmuted, but for some reason it didn't. $5 from Defunct. Thank you. If Bethesda went the way of Interplay, who would you want to get the IP? What I was saying while I was muted. I'm not sure there is anyone I would want to get the IP. Like, I'm not sure there's any game company I trust to do right by the Fallout franchise. Even if we ignore the whole, like, yeah, Bethesda's fucked up the franchise and they'll be based at, like, even ignoring that stuff, I just have no faith in any, like, decently sized company at this point regarding what they would do with the franchise. It is extremely disappointing. Oh boy. explosives. Let Bethesda die. At this point, I'm kind of hoping that's what happens. They'll still be around for a number of years at this point. But, unless they do, like, a hard change of course, it almost seems like the writing is on the wall for Bethesda at this point. It'll take them maybe even a decade to finally go away. But if they keep going down this road of just making shitty lazy game after shitty lazy game, it's not sustainable. And I want to say Starfield was like the first real big blow to them, but honestly that was Fallout 76. And even Fallout 4, like you had people responding to Fallout 4 like, yeah, Bethesda's kind of lost it. It wasn't super widespread, of course, but that sentiment had started growing. And then you had the insane disaster that was Fallout 76. And then Starfield, which was like the real big one for, hey, Bethesda's crap now, and people are realizing it. $5 from Defunct, thank you. I'd want some right-wing, uber-rich gigantism fan to own the IP on an individual level. Gigantism? What? Look, I have no preference of, like, who the person is that gets to own Fallout, as long as they make good Fallout. As long as they don't insert whatever shitty, like, real-world political shit into their thing. Like, obnoxious modern-day politics. All I want are good Fallout games that are accurate to the lore and don't retcon things. $5 from Ambrose O'Leary, thank you. Canada sucks, not because of the government or anything, but because half the population speaks French and the other half lets them. Oh my god. I thought that bomb would have done more damage. No, the government for Canada is pretty shit, though. How the fuck did they manage that? Am I missing something here? Could just be that the blast was so violent it threw the truck into the air, but I don't know. That setup is, something. Sixth, lore that was destroyed years ago. What? Let me in! Oh. What's your favorite DLC for New Vegas? Dead Money. Dead Money is really, really fucking good. The characters, the story that's going on in terms of, like, the whole heist that's going on, but also the backstory of everything with the Sierra Madre, it is great. And, I'm still mad about the show fucking up Sinclair. Turning him into a ridiculous cartoon character. Additional, sorry, personally, I think that it was that they added cryptids into the world pre-war. What were the worst lore sins of Fallout 76? I'm not fully up to date on 76. Um, a lot of the cryptids in 76 are like real world, like cryptid myths that exist in the region. Um, so it makes sense that, like, to a degree, that those myths would exist there. Them existing pre-war, yeah, I'm not a fan of that. I mean, the lore was destroyed and Bethesda took over the IP and did not care about what had come before. Yeah, yeah, absolutely. And honestly, all it takes is just looking at Fallout 3. Sorry, I had to mute because I was coughing. Um, all it really takes is looking at Fallout 3 to understand just, like, how poorly they understood Fallout. Because I've mentioned before, I started working on my remake of the Fallout 3 analysis, as well as completion of the DLC for it. So I've been getting, like, more immersed in the Fallout 3 again for that reason. And the difference between the first two and 3 in terms of world building and lore and, like, style and everything is just so fucking stark. Where, I mean, the examples I keep going back to because they're the easiest examples is how gimmicky everything is in Fallout 3. Where, rather than trying to build up, like, any kind of world with cohesion and consistency, you've got a bunch of these, like, dumb gimmicky towns that, like, there's no reason for them to exist as they do. It doesn't make sense for them to exist as they do. Easiest example being Little Lamplight, obviously, but there's other examples, like, just I've referenced Tenpenny Tower before, so I'm not going to go over that one again. Big Town. Big Town is one that really annoys me because it's so absurdly fucking stupid. Oh, yeah, here there we are vampires. Yeah, the fucking vampire group too. That's so dumb. But no, ooh, a shoulder-mounted machine gun. I should wear fucking earplugs. Um, right, Big Town, where the residents don't do anything. And that might sound a little bit silly, like, putting it that way, but the fact that they live in this town and don't do anything at all is an insanely huge problem in terms of world building, because a lot of the point of these big open world games is that you're supposed to get immersed in the world. It's supposed to feel like you're in another world. That this is a almost like a real place, but I mean, obviously it's not because it's a video game with fucking ghouls or dragons or fucking magic or whatever, depending on the setting. But, like, it's supposed to feel like a real place that real people live in. So when you come across a place like Big Town, where the characters don't do anything, they just exist, perpetually existing in a town doing nothing. And, like, not even hints of them doing, like, okay, maybe they don't have the animations, maybe they didn't have the time to code them to be, like, tending crops or building stuff. But it's not even that they show, like, they don't show anything to even be happening in Big Town. They just exist in perpetuity. And that is so fucking insane to me from a world building perspective, because Obviously, that's untenable. You can't survive. You have no food. You have no water. You have nothing to trade or sell. You build nothing. Um, in fact, that gets even worse when you complete their quests and you're like, yeah, you could trade with people for stuff. It's like, oh boy, that's great. What are they going to trade for? What do they have to trade? Oh yeah, that's right, nothing. Because they don't do anything. They don't make meds or chems. They don't make weapons or ammo. They don't grow food. How the fuck do they exist? I hate it. I hate it so much.
I don't believe it. Grant actually went to Colonel Autumn and got approval for her damned efficiency guidelines. All experiments will be carried out with the test subject fully active to reduce iteration time. It's barbaric. I've explained this to the Colonel. Just because the iBots don't have true AI doesn't mean they're just machines. I guess results are all that matter around here. Forget things like ethical procedures or humane treatment. I'm starting to have serious misgivings about leadership around here. At least I've got you to talk to, huh, Eddie?
Uh... I only caught a glimpse of that Deathclaw walking. Oh yeah, these things. God, they're fast little bastards. I don't like that. I suppose there's even adults who live in Big Town given they lived on a diet of cave mold for most of their lives. I honestly find that completely unbelievable. I don't believe that children would be able to grow up and survive purely on cave mold and nothing else. It seems fucking insanity. Where's the rat? He's doing his own thing right now. Asked if he wanted to hang out, and yeah, that's what I was playing today, and I said if he joins, I'd be playing Pokemon or something. If he doesn't, I would do New Vegas, because I want to do Lonesome Road solo. But I will be hanging out with Pagan later to watch the Venture Bros movie. Which, man, Venture Bros is so fucking good. And, I... God. I first saw Venture Bros when I was a kid. Yeah, I think that's before I was even in high school. I'd seen, like... I was looking for something to watch on TV. And it was, nighttime. It was like 9, 10 o'clock, something like that. And I remember the episode. It was Careers in Science. It was the second episode of Season 1. Where they go to the, Gargantua 1 space station. And there's the problem light that, Rusty Venture needs to fix. And, oh my god, stuff is happening. The gravity goes off. He bumps his head. He sees a vision of his father. He takes a pill and he disappears. Hank and Dean Venture think, Helper is the Phantom Space Ghost because he's, got like a blanket or something on top of him and he's running around and they beat the shit out of him. It's like, this is a weird show, but I kind of like it. And I only ever caught episodes from time to time. And it was only a few, like, I should say a few years later. It was years later. I think was I out of high school when I finally got around to, like, catching up on the show? Mostly catching up. I had I got the DVDs, and I'd watched the end of season 4 or 5, I think. And then I kind of fell off. I didn't keep up with it because it doesn't come out every year, each season. So yeah, I didn't keep up with it, and then I got back into watching it recently with Pagan, and we finally finished all 7 seasons of the show. After season 7, they had started working on season 8, and that was canceled. And, what was it? Right, they made a movie to finish off the show. But, more or less, this is a show that's been with me all my life. And, that's coming to an end. I'm about to see the end of this show. It's actually the end of an era for me, and I don't know, I just kind of don't want it to end because I really like the characters in this show and the humor they have. It's so fucking good. Are you not going to say anything about 76 adding ghouls as a playable race, with Super Mutant being pre-war now? Again, I'm not fully caught up with everything in 76. I heard they were making ghouls playable, and then making ghouls curable. It's like, yeah, of course you would fucking do that, Bethesda, wouldn't you? Doc O is great. Yeah. That's part of the reason I started watching Venture Bros with Pagan again, too, is, oh, wait. You said Doc O. I don't know if you mean Dr. Orpheus or Dr. Zero from the Big MT. But because one of the think tank scientists is voiced by Dr. Venture, it's like, yeah, we got nostalgia from that, from replaying Old World Blues. It's like, yeah, we need to watch through this show. It is so good. I genuinely fucking recommend Venture Bros to people, because it's really good. It's largely a parody early on of fucking Johnny Quest. An old cartoon from the 60s, Johnny Quest. And oh my god. There's superheroes, there's super scientists, there's super villains, and it's really part of what's so funny about it is everyone's a fucking loser and nothing goes as they plan. And it's just characters fucking up in their plans all the time, and it's really, really fucking funny. That might not be the best way to describe what it is. It's not like the nihilistic, let's ruin everything from before kind of shit we get from today. It's genuinely really good. It's really fucking funny. Basically Johnny Quest if it was good. Oh my god. I've never actually seen Johnny Quest, but what's funny is that Johnny Quest is the character in the show, and he's like super fucked up from the adventures he went on as a kid. That's actually largely the premise of Dr. Venture, Rusty Venture in Venture Bros, because he's like a 40-year-old failed super scientist following in the footsteps of his father, who was an actual super scientist, and they went on all these adventures, and Rusty Venture as a kid got kidnapped by the baddies a lot, his life threatened a lot of traumatic stuff for like a real person. And it shows like, yeah, this is how he's so fucked up because of that, and it's just really good. someone who loves Johnny Quest, I also love the Venture Bros. It parodies and honors it. Yeah. Um, Honestly, Venture Bros is one of the highest recommendations I can give. Uh-oh. I thought it was a parody of the Hardy Boys. Honestly, they parody a lot of stuff with the Venture Bros. Like, a lot of the scientists and heroes and villains in Venture Bros are just straight up parodies of like Marvel or DC superheroes and villains. Like Dr. Richard Impossible is literally just Mr. Fantastic. He's the rubber man that can stretch. And didn't mean to shoot there. And it's really fucking good. It's so funny. And honestly, it's one of those shows too, now that I've seen all 7 seasons. There's not a bad episode among the bunch. Like, if I were to do like some other shows, if you do a rewatch, it's like, yeah, maybe I'll skip this episode because it was bad, it was cringe, whatever. Venture Bros, I don't think there's a single episode I would be like, yeah, this one sucked, let's pass on it, because it's just so good. I like how there's just flamethrower ammo in a fucking med kit.
There you are. You went quiet for a time. Thought you might have returned to Vegas, its comforts. Maybe you took that machine with you. There's a lesson here in The Divide. Old world history about holding on to something so tightly it breaks or falls apart. May have seen the cracks in Vegas's walls already. If so, they'll grow in time, no matter how much you back house.
Yeah, I just realized I was muted for a bit there. I don't know how long I was muted for. They parodied Scooby-Doo, yes they did. The I've Got a Raging Clue guys, yes, that was South Park's parody of the Hardy Boys, but there's definitely Hardy Boys influence on Dean and Hank Venture. But again, they're like these pathetic losers. I know they're kids when the show starts, well, teenagers, but you know what I mean. But like, it's funny that they're so isolated from like normal people that they just have no clue what social interactions are supposed to be like. So they're just running around acting like idiots all the fucking time, and it's really funny.
Your future with House has 2 roads. The road the tribals in Vegas want, their spirits crushed. Or your face on a robot servant, smiling forever in a dead casino. There's future in neither. Vegas is old world, filled with old world ghosts. And ghosts need the living to do their work. That's why the families are there, why the bear stumbles there to lose itself. It's a dance. I don't know its purpose. You've seen the wall. It's what's inside that worries me. You've seen the wall. Safe. No. What's inside? That's what worries me. Inside, old world's waking up. No facts or history I've heard tells me that city ever went to sleep. And that makes me think. The blue of the Mojave skies isn't like the rest of the world. Don't hear a Geiger ticking there. More to fear from predators than rads. The city, the whole Mojave, wasn't hit by bombs. Been my call. Vegas would be one of the first pieces of the old world to burn. Someone protected it. Wasn't chance. Wasn't luck. Something larger. Yet they let the rest of the world suffer. And they'll do it again.
Membership message from the Willy Bot for 2 months. Thank you. No clever message. Just appreciate your work, Leaf Bro. Thank you. It's very much appreciated. On the mention of work, I have been working on a video, and I hope, if all goes well, to have it out on Friday.
Believe that. Vegas runs. I've seen what it's done to those who oppose it. And I've seen its messengers. But everything in Vegas speaks of someone who can't let it go. House takes a shovel to history's graves, props up the dead, then puts words in their mouths. The tribes don't even know how they were broken. Not a world I want to be a part of. Going through motions until we're all smiling faces on some robot's screen.
$5 from Painus Cupcake 4. Thank you. Remember, you could spot Ulysses in the building up ahead. I'll try to keep an eye out for that.
Maybe that's why you chose Vegas. The lights can blind, make people forget themselves, their convictions, vows. Not going to waste time trying to make the blind see. Took a chance coming here, same as I did. Now we'll see how it plays out. Tunnelers, predators that make their own roads beneath the ground here. Divide broke their sky, showed them the world above, and the scent of new prey. Be a slower death for the Mojave than bombs and fire, but they'll come for its people, from where they least expect, below.
Hey Cree, how you doing? My body is revolting against me, but otherwise I'm fine. How are you?
Makes sense. Truth favors that. Matches the history of this place. Were signs they were here for a long time. Before marked men. Before what happened to the divide cracked their sky. If so, they were buried deep. Might have been born the day America's embers started to settle. Seen worse things twisted by radiation. Death will come from below. In the divide, need to watch the sky and the ground. Mojave will be easy prey for them. They'll start emerging throughout the Mojave in time. Might be years, probably less. They breed fast, hunt in groups, More than enough to bring down the strongest in the Mojave, once they draw blood. Seen them tear apart Deathclaws. Deathclaw might get some, but the rest will swarm it, tear it apart, like Denver hounds.
Fritosis, you ever watched Archer? It was really good for the first, couple of seasons, but apparently it had a downfall. No, I've never watched Archer. I'm vaguely aware of it existing, but yeah, I never watched it. It didn't catch my interest for whatever reason.
Mojave and the Divide are the only places I've walked. Walked the east, too, before the bull came. Then, much like the Mojave before the bear, tribes, towns, clutching to life. Bull did a better job.
Yeah, I forgot to keep track of the bear and the bull stuff already. Rip. Yes, being sick and Canadian will definitely take its toll on the body. Yeah.
They bear false versions of Legate Lemus's masks. The one Caesar fashioned for him. Thought it was an insult at first. No better now. It's shaped from divide metal, not with care and strength, but with hate. Keeps them anchored. Crude, effective, like the blades they carry. Distant mirrors of their legate, a symbol they can hold on to, while the divide tears at them.
$5 from Ambrose O'Leary. Thank you. There are many terrors in the Divide, Courier. The wind, the marked men, tunnelers, cracks in the earth. I once saw a man turn himself into a pickle. Thank you. Cree, why are you playing this woke trash and not a good game like Crash Bandicoot, Wrath of Cortex? Funniest shit I've ever seen, Courier.
You see true, not scavengers. It's what they wore before this all happened. Pain makes for strange allies. The hate the bear and bull shared across the battlefield now turned against the divide. Few survived, intact. Many NCR were already here when the destruction happened, keeping the route east open in fear of Caesar, fear of the Legion. The dam, that old world wall. The bear, NCR, couldn't be allowed to reach it easily. Long 15, Cayman, both bad enough. Kimbo, Kaiser, House. You'd think their whole world was that wall, cutting the Colorado. If I'd never laid eyes on it, never spoke of it. But once found, it was all Caesar could see. That, and the flag beyond it, another symbol, big enough to challenge him. And the divide, one of the roads to it. Legion was tasked with cutting that artery. If you can't kill the bear in one stroke, bleed it, starve it. That kind of murder. It's what any of the Legion would have done. Now, the divide belongs to history.
Kritosis, you a weeb or someone who's kinda a casual anime fan? I'd say more of a casual fan, honestly. I don't watch a ton of anime, and I don't watch them often, but there's a few that I'll watch from time to time that I like. Pagan has been getting me to watch Furin, which I've been quite enjoying. It's pretty good.
The tapes. Didn't think those would be found. You know the divide better than I thought. Had tech from the big empty. Recorder a woman gave me. Didn't survive the road. On its last legs. Cast it and the tapes aside. Weren't worth the words anyway. Not like I'd forget what happened. If you heard them. Nothing but ramblings. Reminders for a man who doesn't need them. Probably more lying from here to the divide.
Stuff like Cowboy Bebop or Death Note, stuff like that. I like Cowboy Bebop, yeah. Death Note, I'm kind of mixed on. I'd say I like it more than I don't, but I don't know. There's some silly things in Death Note. You enjoy the Knife Ear Cree? Yes, I enjoy the anime woman anime. It is good. Have you seen Full Metal Alchemist? No, I have not. Listen closely for the smoke alarm chirp while he talks. Oh no. Yeah, the second part of the series is kind of the weakest, to be honest. It's not just that. But yeah.
Maybe not. Who's to say? You, perhaps, found them, heard them after I cast them aside. Maybe there was purpose in that. If they matter, if history matters, we'll see at the end of the road. At the end of the high road lies Ashton, its silo. That machine I'm with you, it can open it, wake it up, like it did the one in Hopeville. Hate? No. There's nothing to hate in metal, steel, gold, or platinum. Your machine, it's just a tool, made of wreckage of the divide. All that was brought here. You know the why of it. If you don't, I do. And that's enough. Shows trust only walks so far west. Earned more than that, though, getting this far. We walk the same road, carry the same colors. Can't break that by making the road red. Want more than that? Walk the divide. Answers will come. Closer you get to home. You and that machine. Many in the Mojave think the divide's nothing but canyon and storm. Wasn't always. There was life. A town farther west. Not talking about an old world town like Hopeville. More recent. Something you saw in your lifetime. It had the name, the divide, too. But rather than cracks in the earth, it was a road from the west into the Mojave, a supply line. Took a courier to make that road. You. Back then, you saw the road with eyes facing east. This time, the divide's in the other direction. And if your eyes try to make sense of it when you reach it, home's not what it was. back to one's home. Not your birthplace, maybe, but home. Home isn't where you were born into this world. You taught me that. Part of your message, whether you meant it or not, can be a place of mind, a moment where you know who you are, the history of it, and they can be places you breathe life into. Never would have known the divide had it not been for you. The road you made with your tracks again and again. You were the only one willing to make the journey to and from here. A hard road. Kept the land before the divide alive through seasons, storms. Can't have been just a job. Was something more to you. Don't feel for a place that hard unless it's home. It means everything, even if you deny it. Cast it aside. That speaks to what you are, proves what happened here. It was you walking that road that kept the divide alive. It grew from what you did. Settlers, camps, filling that old world city. Chance for a new mission, new beginning, new way of thinking. Could have breathed new life into the Mojave, bridging east, west, like Hoover Dam. But not old world. Something you made. Road was a supply line.
It's pre-muted again. Yes, I was muted for the dialogue while I was getting a drink. Do you prefer the bear, the bull, the house, or yourself? House, easily. Doing a house playthrough. What are your thoughts on this storytelling? It personally feels like a separation from the main game. It's definitely done differently than the main game, but I'm fine with it. It makes sense that in a world full of people, you would hear stuff from other people. And maybe have an encounter with someone like this where they're telling you a lot of stuff. Like, it just makes sense to me. He is being vague about it, but it's like, yeah, you have to rediscover your past, essentially. I'm fine with it. You ever thought of making videos on the Stalker games? Not really. So the Courier can't recognize the divide because they were facing the wrong direction? This aspect of Lonesome Road has never really made sense to me. I would assume... Hold on. Had to cough again. I would assume there's two aspects to it. The fact that you walked this road a very long time ago means it's probably like a distant memory, you know? The other thing about it is the divide obviously wasn't destroyed back then. So, the likely interpretation is those two things combined means you don't recognize this place you're coming to. What's the bear and bull count up to? Lost track. I didn't remember what it was from last time, and I forgot to pay attention this time so far. Also, the courier got shot in the head, so he probably doesn't remember much. Yeah, that's another thing. Because it's vague where your character was shot in the head, like, if you want to write it as part of your backstory, you can literally just be like, yeah, my courier forgot fucking everything about his life. Because that happens to people sometimes when they have head injuries. In fact, I watched a video the other day about how a guy went missing for 30 years. he went to Niagara Falls and he just disappeared. And it's theorized he had some kind of head injury because he couldn't remember anything about his life before that point. And for some reason, this like name came to him one day, like 30 years later, and he talked to his counselor, and they searched that name and found a picture of him when he was a young man from obviously 30 years before, and he literally solved his own missing persons case. That shit is terrifying. That's genuinely one of the most scary things ever, is that you can get a bump on your head and just like forget your entire life. Maybe one day the memories will come back, maybe they'll never come back. That is so fucked up. Factory reset, yeah. Scary stuff.
NCR saw the worth in that road you made. Staked a claim, whether it was wanted there or not. True elsewhere in the Mojave. And where the bear tries to cling to life, the Legion comes, bearing messages. Some brought by blade, others by couriers. You knew what was coming, as sure as I know what's coming for you. This time you carry the burden. Walk west into the sun and keep walking until it dies. There, I'll be waiting.
Mm. So is that the building he's in? Get back here, motherfucker. $2 from Penis Cupcake. Thank you. Remember, building up ahead, pull to the left. Alright, hold on. Let me, loot these guys quickly. $2 from Penis Cupcake. Thank you. I meant right. Building up ahead, hold to the right. There he is. Bastard bitch. Wow. Ah. Fallout 4 is the only game where you could kill someone with a teddy bear. Let that sink in. Why? Gonna get the advanced riot gear up ahead. Oh. You can do that in 3 as well. Yeah, because of the, they called it the rocket launcher back then, but, Fallout 4 calls it the junk jet. You really have to wonder about the thought process behind calling it the rocket launcher. Hey, yeah, most people think of, something that shoots rockets when you say rocket launcher. So let's just call this, machine that shoots garbage the rocket launcher, because that makes sense. Hello, Cree. How you do? I do. I am do. God, I can't wait to get the junk jet. I'm really not a fan of that weapon. Bad pun, doesn't even shoot rocks. Yeah. Planning on getting a stream deck, but I'm broke. Honestly, big recommend. Because it allows me to do stuff like this.
Hate! Hate!
I love it. I love the stream deck. It is so good. Oh boy, another Ulysses log.
Big, empty. There's something hidden there. A crater. Past wind and sand. So deep in the desert, there's no turning back. Finding the crater was an accident. Was following the weather patterns. The divide sky torn like that. Man's violence, not nature's. That violence in the sky had a source. Tracked it, like following a river current. Left the colors to mark my way, like always. Case someone finds them, learns the pattern. The Courier might. But I thought sand and wind would never end. Came to the crater. And there was an old world facility. A weather station at the edge. Still raking the sky with electricity and generators.
Imagine Ulysses starts saying hate. Oh boy, more delicious satchel charges. Oh. Pray stop eating the satchel charges, goddammit. No, you can't make me. They are mine. They are delicious. I doubt it, but there's no... Yeah, there's nothing in there anyways. Alright. Back down to the road I go. Eddie, you might want to get away from that. What episode of Freerun are you on, Kree? We had just seen the episode where the priest man joins the party after they harass him to join for like several months. Create satchel charges in New Vegas. He eats lamp oil and amnesia. He eats batteries and lethal company. Kree is like those Bender clones from Futurama. Oh boy, delicious lamp oil. Yeah. This cough is getting really annoying. Hey Kree, bit random, but do you drink coffee? No, I don't. I don't drink coffee, I don't drink tea, I don't drink beer. Or any kind of alcohol, really. Not gonna take that bedroll. You could take the bedroll? Was that in the trailer? Oh, there it was. Oh. Oh. What about root beer? I like root beer. Alright, Eddie. Time for you to carry some shit for me. He uses photosynthesis to sustain himself. No, I don't. How dare. 'Set pictures are leaking on season 2. Lots of New Vegas is gonna be awful. Yeah, I'm not looking forward to it. It looks bad. It looks really bad. Two weeks until I can rejoin the server. Oh boy. Free magazines and comic books.
All due respect, sir, I think you're making a mistake. We're close to a breakthrough with the Duraframe iBots. I can feel it. Yes, sir. Yes, sir, I understand that we need the Duraframe assets for Hellfire armor, but... No, sir. Yes, sir. I understand, sir. I'll tell the team to start disassembling the ED series prototypes right away. Eddie, you little rascal, were you eavesdropping again? I think those videos you watch are a bad influence on you. How much of that did you hear? Didn't Dr. Grant say she'd upgraded your navigational systems? And I think I have an idea. How'd you like to be just like Ralphie?
I hope Fallout show will die with season 2, like it was with Witcher from Netflix. We can only hope. Because, goddamn, the damage they've done already is insane. It is the most damaging thing to all of Fallout so far. Which is saying something, considering 76 and 3 and 4. Prediction, they're gonna have Lucy pass through an abandoned Novak and find another crazy settler. We know Novak is showing up because they've got the dinosaur thing. Kritosis vids on Fallout 4 DLC in Season 2 gonna cook hard as fuck. Yeah, I do want to get back to working on the Fallout 4 DLC script and, well, video as a whole. The main thing that's been delaying this, and I know it's kind of silly, but people have wanted me to play the Autumn Leaves mod for New Vegas. So, like, because apparently there's a big area in Far Harbor that's a ripoff of that. And I haven't done my research streams on Far Harbor yet because of it. Because Far Harbor is really the only thing I have left to do of Fallout 4's DLC to like do research on to make the video. I do have to go through Nuka World again to get proper footage and not use stream footage for the video. And I'll have to do the same with Far Harbor, but yeah, Far Harbor is the last piece of Fallout 4 I need to play to finish the analysis. One thing Fallout 4 did right with the power armor was the fact that it actually felt like a mech suit instead of something you simply put on. Yeah, I agree a lot with that. That's probably one of the best things in Fallout 4. Three is pretty tame compared to anything that came after. Yes, but it's still a massive departure from the series, you know? Bring Nick with you if you're doing Far Harbor. It makes a bit more sense with him. Yeah, I guess I'll have to do that. Far Harbor is actually not bad at all. I just played through all of it, some leaps here and there. But compared to the base game, it was written like New Vegas. I have my doubts about that. I've heard a lot of people say repeatedly for years, oh, Far Harbor, it's the best part of Fallout 4. It's the best written, it's Bethesda trying to course correct, yada yada yada. I'm not buying into the hype. I don't... Knowing Bethesda's track record, I'm not convinced, based on word of mouth alone, that, oh yeah, it's definitely gonna be good. Man. Far Harbor is the best written part about Fallout 4, but still Fallout 4. Yeah. It's kind of be like being in a garbage dump and saying, like, hey, this area smells the least bad of the garbage dump. Yeah, but you're still in a fucking garbage dump. One of my friends unironically said he thought that Kate's character / quest was as good as Boone's character. Bruh. Does anyone in chat remember how fucking stupid Kate's quest was? And particularly the vault you go to? Had to cough and take a drink there. Kate's quest is she's a drug addict and she wants to get off the drugs. So rather than it being about her like using willpower to just not use it or to kind of wean her off the drugs or go cold turkey or whatever, the game invented a magical drug cure addiction machine for her to go sit down in and get cured of her drug addiction, and she's just perfectly fine after that. You want to know what makes this even more ridiculous? The vault that this thing is in, the experiment was, hey, there's a bunch of former drug addicts in here, and all of them have gotten clean. And then at some point, after the doors are locked, after the bombs have dropped, we're going to reveal a hidden stash of drugs to see what happens. And of course, devolves into fucking people killing each other because Bethesda. Um, not only were these people, like, clean, but they had a drug addiction cure machine. Like, what? Fallout 4 is going to have such a bad story, they should have at least made the companions much better. I don't mind a flawed story if I do like the characters. Yeah, kinda. Actually, the Kate quest line is good because Oxhorn said it was lore-friendly. Fuck Oxhorn. The only lessons Bethesda seemed to learn from New Vegas was people like having 4 factions to pick, and companions need a backstory longer than a sentence. Yeah, but even then they fuck it up. Like, the 4 factions in Fallout 4, that feels like it was taken straight from New Vegas, completely without understanding why it existed or worked in New Vegas. Same thing with the companions. They only gave, like, what, 4 companions a quest? And the rest of them were just like, yeah, whatever. It's really weird, and I don't like it. I'm looking for enemies, and I didn't see the giant fucking deathclaw that was just standing there. Uh-oh, I missed. What are you doing? They just stole the concepts without understanding why it worked? Yeah, exactly. It just comes across as, like, really lame and pathetic. Hello, good boy. Hello. Did he lonesome the road yet? I'm in the process of doing so. Let me take care of that, keep pressing the wrong button. I really hate this cough. What ammo do I have a lot of and I don't use? 357 Magnum, I guess. Wait, I didn't mean to make slugs. Damn it! Bastard bitch! It's fine. I have a friend that really likes Cicada and I have no idea why. Lol. Maybe the accent? Possibly. If the next Fallout was good, I'd want it to take place in Alaska. Totally not because there's an operational and manned enclave base there. What say you? I have no strong feelings one way or the other where the next Fallout game takes, as long as the game is good. Damn, I'm missing the primer. Ree. Oh, you can break down scrap metal into lead? I had no idea. Nice. Speaking of Fallout taking place in not New Vegas, did you set up a donation place off of YouTube yet? I have not. I still keep getting all flip turned upside down on how to do that without revealing my real name. How do you get up there? Probably from that rock with that car. Just make a business PayPal account. Gah. Okay, yeah, but I know to make a business PayPal account. I don't know how to do that in such a way that won't reveal my name. Because I know apparently you could set up like a business name, but I don't know like how that works or like what to do for that. Where did those burned books go that I accidentally picked up? There it is. Thank you, Eddie. Fallout 5 should take place in Africa, and no, I won't explain why. You know what? Fair enough. Need to contact a lawyer for it, just ask a friend. See, that's... You have to register a trade name. Yeah, it's much more complicated than I thought it was. Oh, by the way, which ending are you going to choose? For the DLC or for the game as a whole? For the game as a whole, I'm going with House. Mr. Hoose. Because I think that's the best ending. I think it's the ending that makes the most sense. How the fuck are you unconscious, Eddie? What are you doing? Stop playing around and get over here. What, is there something on top of the bridge that he's fighting? Watch your stream VOD on Oxford's videos. Do more, and don't forget the titty mods. Yeah. It's still bizarre to me someone would do, like... Hey, here are my lord... Oh my god! No. Oh shit! Are you fucking... I'm not happy. Have you cleared the Courier's Mile yet? I always forget to do the Courier's Mile. What's the Courier's Mile? When you fire the nuke, it unlocks a new area for very little reward. A pain in the ass for very little reward. Is this his first time with the DLC? Yes. The one where you go down the elevator and fight the things. Oh boy. Yeah. Sneaky Deathclaw Lamau. Yeah, he was nowhere to be seen. Then I turn around and suddenly he's like, Bonjour. No.
Hate! Well.
Let's pretend none of that happened, chat. None of it at all.
All due respect, sir.
This isn't even the worst of the death claws. This is just round 1. Oh no. No boy. I want to play New Vegas one last time before it's wiped off the map by a crazy pre-war jet addict in Season 2. I know a lot of the Fallout fan base is like just mindless consumer, but it still shocks me that more people aren't upset about the outright destruction of the NCR. The fact that one of these cities can be wiped off the map, not just one of these cities, their capital city, no matter how the show copes about it, wiped out off screen by a man who got cucked by another woman, and the NCR has zero presence in the heart of their own territory, and everyone is just fine with that. That is insanity. People clapped for The Force Awakens and The Last Jedi. No, I'm aware. And all those Philly dumbasses act like it never happened, or like the NCR never existed. That too. The fact that there's no mention of the NCR is insane. Hey Cree, you can apparently set up a trade name through an insurance broker, but it costs money. You might also have to pay for a name search for trademark reasons. Bruh. The new canon ending in New Vegas is that the Courier ate the chip and died before the game begins. I wouldn't put it past them at this point. I really, really wouldn't. Oh shit, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit! They can't get me up here. Nah, Courier will do independent ending but destroy New Vegas entirely. Everyone's dead, but nobody's oppressed by capitalism anymore. I'm fully expecting them to pull a Minecraft movie Jack Black Steve on it. Where it's like, yeah, the Courier is here, and it's just fucking Jack Black in whatever clothes he happened to be wearing that day, with fucking an ill-fitting NCR Ranger fucking thing over him. And he's like, yes, I am the Courier. I am Courier 6. Oh shit. I didn't mean to fall off. I am Courier 6. Yeah. That's bullshit. And that's how you're playing, right? Oh. Aquafina is Courier 6. Oh no. No, it'll be even worse than that. It'll be, like I said, Jack Black is Courier 6, but then Cass will be, played by Zendaya, and, Veronica will be played by fucking, Aquafina. And they'll all just be hanging out for some reason. Hey, Creed, did you choose weapons specifically to get through the road, or are you just using what you pick up along the way? I'm just using the weapons I like. Jason Momoa will be Sunny Smiles. Oh my god. Creed, you're in some dangerous territory. Take that back about Veronica. I mean, with the way the show's going, it probably will be something as fucking bad as that is. Timothée Chalamet as Eddie, just his head floating. Oh my god. Who is Kevin Hart playing? Boone, of course. Seth Rogen has been cast as the Courier for Fallout Season 2. Bruh. You say source discussing film. So it kind of makes me wonder, like, are you shitposting that? Or is that, like, actually something that's come out? Because holy fuck. The fact that I don't even know if that's real or not. Have you seen that awful trailer for the canceled Powerpuff Girls show? I haven't watched the trailer. I've seen, like, clips of it on Twitter without audio. Otherwise, no, I haven't watched it. I don't think I want to watch it. Chris Pratt as Ron Perlman. That doesn't even make sense. Chris Pratt is legitimately a good actor. I wouldn't mind him in a Fallout thing if it was good. Keyword being if it was good, which it never is at this point. Oh boy, a stealth boy. Well, to give you a taste of how bad it is, they race swapped the Professor and Buttercup, as well as turning Bubbles into a whore. Jesus. Mr. Harris recasted as Elon Musk. They might actually do something in that sense where it's like, oh hey, we're crazy Hollywood people who hate Elon Musk, and House is similar to Elon Musk in a way. He wants to send people into space. He's obscenely wealthy. He's a tech genius person, blah, 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 blah. So House is just going to be our Elon Musk punching bag for the show. Because we can't keep our real-world politics out of the stuff we make. At this point, I'm fully expecting it to be that bad. Because why wouldn't it be? Never have I wanted the soundbite available on the soundboard right now more than Bonesaw is ready. That was supposed to be a jump. Bonesaw requires time to collect himself. Never Knows Best will make a cameo in the background getting cucked by Microsoft. Isn't that just his life? That's a cute outfit. Did your Leggett make it for you? Alright, what's this new perk I got? You face torture at the hands of the marked men. Now it's payback time, plus 10% damage resistance and 10% damage against marked men. Oh, that's pretty good. I had to do double tap him to make sure he died. It was very necessary. Oh boy. More delicious satchel charges. Just in time, I was hungry. Do you think the Courier will appear in the show? I think there's a fairly big chance he will. Imagine what the show would do to Joshua Graham. Yeah, he's probably safe. Probably. We're calling it now. I'll put I'll put down $5 to give you 1 to 125 odds. Any takers, and that's responding to egg. I don't see the comment there. Snackle charges. Oh. The real question is if they make Ulysses or his dialogue appear in the show. I feel like Ulysses would probably be pretty safe too, honestly. How bad do you think they're going to destroy the lore of New Vegas? Well, they've already done a real good job of fucking it up immensely with what little they've done already. So, I'm expecting the damage to be fucking immense at this point. A spork? How dare. 1,600 leads added. I think the Legion will appear with Caesar having a miraculous remission, so we could get more claps for Roman cosplay in the show. And yeah, betting they'll be Nazis. Probably. About them changing the story so Boone is the one who sold his wife and Jenny May is innocent because she's an old woman? Bruh. Like, you have to... There are some things they won't do because it'll require them to go too deep into to provide that context in the first place, you know? I expect most of the big damage to come from stuff like what they did with Shady Sands, where, oh yeah, we just casually destroyed Shady Sands off screen before the events in New Vegas, because it's something they didn't consider. They didn't think of the implications this would have upon the world or anything of the sort. But to explain that, oh yeah, it wasn't actually Boone who sold his wife, it was Jenny May, that requires providing the context of who these people even are to a TV audience, which they're not going to do. The thing you have to consider when thinking like, oh, what are they going to ruin? It's going to be what can be presented to a TV audience easily. Because if you're making an 8-episode show, 1 hour long each, are you really going to go over your way to explain who Jenny May is? To, like, retcon the death of Boone's wife, or her being sold into slavery? An event that's, like, 15 years in the past at this point in the timeline? It'll be stuff that's a lot simpler to do, just, like, casually. Veronica and Arcade are almost guaranteed to be the gay representation. Courier might be Arcade's boyfriend. Maybe. But Arcade's a Nazi. He's part of the Enclave. Yeah, and that's exactly what I mean. The show would take the character of Arcade and be like, oh yeah, he's a part of the Enclave, therefore evil. And it'll do something like that. I mean, what the fuck even happened in the first season? It was nonsense. It is shocking how much time of Season 1 is just wasted on nothing. Like, actual nothing. How many fucking 20 gauge rounds do I even have? Not a whole lot left, honestly. If we're lucky, even more nothing will happen in Season 2. But that's the thing. Despite all the nothing that happened in Season 1, they still did a massive amount of damage. Like, it really can't be understated just how badly they fucked over the lore. Alright, I'm gonna go for maybe another 20 minutes, and I'll call it there. So I can go watch the, Venture Bros movie with Pagan, and, yeah, like I was saying earlier, it's the end of an era for me. Venture Bros, the show that I grew up on, essentially. And I really don't want to end. I mean, it's already ended, but I haven't seen the ending yet, so it's like, it hasn't really ended for me yet. And, yeah, I just really don't want it to end. It's... I want to see the movie, of course, but there's that slightly depressing aspect of, oh, this thing that I grew up with that I really, really like is over and done with now. That sucks. Please, please let us know if it's good. I didn't see it because I don't trust anything made in 2024. That's the thing, is, you accidentally made more 20 gauge. Did I really? Hello, Red Boy. Please, please let us know if it's good. I didn't see it because I don't trust anything made in 2024. I've heard that it's pretty good. And honestly, the show didn't really decline as it went on. Like, the last couple seasons weren't quite as good as the early seasons, but it wasn't like a massive drop-off or anything. And, the only thing I'll, like, really mention that stood out to me is there was once when the show said, a character in the show said heteronormative, and there was one instance of a character saying, "You're mansplaining to me." And both times were used as a joke because the characters are idiots and didn't understand what they were saying. Literally, Dean, a male character, said to his dad, "You're mansplaining to me." And it was just a joke because he's a fucking idiot and didn't understand the stupid fucking word. You accidentally made more 20 gauge. Did I really? Bastard bitch! Forgive me, Pagan. I am retarded. I got more scrap metal for bullets, though. Right, the reloading bench was in there. 20 gauge barely tickles Death Claws. Yeah, and I'm using 12 gauge in this riot shotgun. Oh, I didn't even notice all these crates over here. Give me more delicious satchel charges. Aww. It's crazy how consistently good Venture Bros is. Yeah, it really fucking is. Alright, breakdown 20 gauge. Breakdown 20 gauge. Breakdown 20 gauge. Alright. That's all the 20 gauge. Alright. What am I missing for fucking 12 gauge? primer. How did I not get a primer when I just broke down a bunch of 20 gig? Alrighty. The only thing left for us to watch is the movie, and everything else has been great. Yeah, and that's what I was talking about at the start of the stream and just now is I'm going to go for another 15 minutes. I'm going to end the stream so we can watch the movie. And I'm both looking forward to watching it, but it's the end of an era for me, and I don't want it to end. I really, really don't want it to end, especially with how good it's been. I don't think a single episode was bad. One was just really weird. Yeah, and that's what I was saying earlier, too, is the show was so good and consistent all the way through that I don't think there's a single episode that I would, like, skip on a rewatch because of just how well it was done. You keep making more and getting less each time you break it down, Look, I'm trying to balance talking, reading chat, and doing stuff in-game, so I derped out there, okay? I derped out super hard. I am sorry. The last episode is always the hardest. Yeah. And it's disappointing, too, because with the end of Season 7, it's like... Okay. There are a lot of, like, plot threads to deal with still. And I wish we had gotten a full season... Because that's what happened. The final season got canceled, and they made a movie to wrap everything up. And the movie's only, like, just under an hour and a half. And, like, there's so much to go through still to, like, deal with. I don't know how the movie is going to deal with everything. I don't want to spoil anything, but, like, you know, there's obviously the Venture family, Brock, the Monarch and his wife, Henchman 21, Dr. Orpheus, Dermot, of all characters. It's like there's so much to go through still to, like, how do you wrap it all up? I really don't like that they canceled it on the last season. Like, why was that necessary? I like to imagine this was like a normal dude that was living just sitting here. And then I blew up the nuke at the entrance to this little thing. And that's what just turned him into a skeleton. Betosis is making his own story skeletons now. Yeah. Business people are shockingly stupid. Yeah. Thanks for the live stream, Cree. Always a great time with my favorite goat homie. Oh, thank you. I'm glad you enjoyed it. What do you think is the worst possible thing Season 2 can do to New Vegas? So it's something I kind of want to make a video on, and depending on how Pagan and Setch feel about it, maybe a stag? I don't know if I want to cover it in a stag, but there's an interview with Todd Howard, and one of the things they mention in the interview is that, I'm backtracking here. One of the things they mention is, they don't want to confirm anything in Season 2 from New Vegas. They want to stay as far away as possible from, like, confirming or denying anything that happened in New Vegas, in terms of, like, choices and stuff. And the problem with that is that it's fucking impossible. If you take one step into the New Vegas region, by default, you're gonna be dealing with stuff that, like, is gonna unintentionally confirm or deny stuff that happened. It's gonna confirm or deny certain endings. I need to know what happens to my favorite character, Cody. His catchphrase is great. Who the fuck is Cody? What? Uh-oh. I feel like I shouldn't have done that. Later, whore. Don't worry, it's
You're
mandatory.
back online. Listen to me, Eddie. If you stay here, they'll dismantle you for parts. You have to go now. I've uploaded destination coordinates for our outpost in Navarro into your system. I want you to go to the Enclave there, okay? Do you understand me? It's gonna be a long journey, my little friend. You'll have to fly very far and fly very fast. Can you do that? I know you can. Be careful out there, Eddie. Maybe I'll see you again someday.
Don't worry, it's mandatory, Kratos. It's good to know, because I felt like that was like, oh shit, I should reload. No idea what's happening, but I'm not sure Goat Boy knows either. Nope. Can't wait to see what they do with the deepest character in New Vegas, Oliver Swanek. Bruh. They might actually. pre-nuke Shady Sands. Fuck off. I said it earlier, reveal the platinum chip was defective if you're going for deliberately unsatisfying. There's so many things they could do to fucking ruin more of New Vegas. It's honestly not worth thinking about at this point, because it's just dwelling and speculating on how painful it's gonna be. Cody is a parody of the Human Torch, by the way. The dude who's just perpetually burning alive and screaming constantly. I forgot that character's name. I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna be honest. But yeah, that's God, what a funny fucking like thing to put in your show. This is our version of the Human Torch. He just runs around screaming perpetually. Oh no. God, I fucking love shotguns. You okay down there? No, stop! I do not wish to ride into the explosions. On that note, Major Tom is a meme factory. Dude, that's one of the funniest fucking moments in the early seasons is, you have the skeleton just screaming on top of the, ship when they're dealing with the, ghost pirates. And they call the action man and it's like, oh, Tom, you've been dead for like 30 years. Your wife is remarried to me. And he just starts screaming louder. And then it ends with the skeleton just screaming. And then Brock like climbs up the side of the ship and just beats the shit out of the skeleton and throws him back into the water. It is so fucking funny. I got yelled at in college talking about that episode. Why? Why does Todd hate New Vegas so much? Because it upstaged him. It upstaged him and his company's shitty game. Ew, that's why this place is exploding. Right. Yeah, okay, yeah. Well, I think I've got to call it here and come back to it next time I stream this. Supposedly I was doing the stream too loud. Meanwhile, those people can yell fuck the police across the room and nobody cared. I saw people online the other day post the leaked New Vegas sets for the show saying, wait until the Vegas purists see this and say they hate New Vegas. As if the sets looking good equals a good show. Why would pictures of the sets on the show or the season 2 make New Vegas purists hate New Vegas? Like, you realize how ridiculous that is, right? It's insanity. I can't fucking stand modern Fallout fans. I can't either. I don't care if people like the new games or not, but it's the way the modern Fallout fans act that's really annoying. And it's especially annoying this fucking weird perpetual victim thing they do while attacking New Vegas fans, when it's like, a lot of the New Vegas fans are just complaining that the Bethesda games are bad, and they're being, like, demonized by the Bethesda fans for doing so. Like, how many times have you seen the whole toxic New Vegas fan thing, like, be spouted by these people? I got a fucking comment the other day from someone saying that I'm wrong about everything, and if he ever sees me in real life, he's gonna kick my teeth in. What, so me saying that, you know, Fallout 3 and 4, 76 and the show are bad is toxic, but him saying he'll kick my teeth in for saying those things isn't? Fuck off. Fallout 4, I never even finished the main quest. I don't blame you. It's toxic positivity, plain and simple. Yeah. Yeah, that's what it comes down to. Internet tough guy? Yeah, that's all it is. Anyways, thank you for coming out, everyone. It's very much appreciated. I'll try to be back tomorrow with something. I don't know what yet, but I'll try to make sure I stream tomorrow. And, Friday, I hope to have the next video out. Should show the comment of the Bethesda fanboy threatening to attack you in real life. Oh shit, you just did. I mentioned it, I didn't show it, but, you know what? I will, check our DMs quickly and grab that and put it on screen. Let's see, there it is. Copy link. Oh god, that stupid fucking Pokemon was in there from last time. Remember, chat, it's the New Vegas fans that are toxic and hateful and whatever else. It's not definitely not the Bethesda fans. Oh no. The Bethesda fans, they're fine. They did nothing wrong. It's the New Vegas fans. They're totally toxic and horrible. Yeah. Sure. Most well-tempered Bethesda meat rider. What video is that on? Answer quick. I don't remember off the top of my head. It's one of them. It's not worth responding to that guy either. He's clearly, like, a fucking mental case. But, yeah. Anyways, again, have a good night, everyone. Thank you for coming out. It's very much appreciated. And I'll see you tomorrow for whatever I may stream tomorrow.